important too when I try to tell artists or just any creator, man. Sometimes it ain't even about the motion that you have. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's your packaging.
Yeah.
Like you got a presentation is everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when a motherfucker come to me, like I ain't tripping on music. I'm not doing music these days, but people still send me music, right? Instead of sending me a EPK or a comprehensive, thing that I can see what your media reach is. I can see the vision. Make me see the vision. You know what I'm saying? So show me
Vision. Yeah.
what kind of what kind of engagement you get. Show me what your numbers are. Show me how consistent you are with what you're doing. Motherfucker will send
Right.
me a link to a video that's 3 years old with 70 views and say, "I'm next, big dog."
I know.
Like,
I get that. I see that shit, and I
how?
get that all the time. And I'll
You
be like,
know,
"Why are you gonna give somebody? At least if you want to make it look good, make it look good.
at least
You
make it
gotta
look
have a
good.
good presentation."
But
And
guess
a lot
what?
of these presentations is dull
I
too.
mean, you if you ain't got no motion, right? If you like,
Yeah.
this is the thing about it. Even for myself, when I first started Holding Court podcast, I
Yeah.
didn't. I to get people to show up. Like I understood. Like even my presentation to them, I
Yeah.
had my pitch deck done. I hadn't even shot, but I had the pitch deck done. So then when I reached out to them, it's like, hey, bro, I got this
Yeah.
podcast. Let me email you over what I'm doing. Right.
Right.
I was shooting on a sound stage. So when people came, they was like, oh shit, damn, y'all really got some movie shit going on.
Right.
And so that's what made them feel comfortable. And then
Right.
I would take that and I would have my BTS guy capture all that. Then I
Right.
would put that out there. So then other people would be like, oh shit,
Right.
they really got their shit. Use presentation,
Right.
So some of this shit is just really, again, you got to take serious what you're doing,
Yeah.
educate yourself to what you're doing. Cause a lot of these niggas, man, they just think it's a quick hustle. Everything is just, they
Right.
believe the marketing and the hype of what they see the finished product, but they not understanding the work and the
Work.
and
Yeah.
the the planning and the strategizing that goes on behind that shit. And they
Right.
make excuses because you got some of them little local guys, they'll make excuses even for me. Instead of
Yeah.
learning from me or trying to align themselves with me, they would either hate on me
Hate
or
on you. Yeah.
they would try to besmirch and undermine what I'm doing by making excuses, saying, "Oh, well, he has Hollywood connects. Oh, he's tied in. He's this, that, and the other."
Yeah.
None of that matters if I can't
No.
execute. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
And
I
also, you can't even if you did have celebrities at the end of the day, you can't just be like, "Hey, man, this is my guy," some random dude. You know what I'm saying? This is
nah,
my guy. Put him on, and they come
nah.
find out he done fucked it all up. You know what I mean? A lot of
Because
people don't think like that either.
at the end of the day, too, man, like with this content shit, you have to be consistent and at least you have to have some level of skill set. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that's where a lot of niggas get fucked up at. They think that it's just going viral and talking shit. Like you have to
Man.
actually create something at the end of the day. So when you
Yeah.
go viral, right? Viral is a moment, right?
Yes.
I've
Just a
been
moment.
viral
Right.
maybe 2 or 3 times, right? But at the
Right.
end of the day, you have to deliver on something.
Yeah.
When that moment leaves, what is there?
What's
Would you
there?
chase the next viral moment or are you
Right.
consistently building? You know what I'm saying?
Building.
And
Right.
you have a skill set. So I tell these motherfuckers, man, them local blogger dudes, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, sitting around talking about me all day is not going to do it. Like
No.
at some point, you're going to have to deliver something. You're going to
So
have to
yeah.
produce something viable
Right.
that people want to see and fuck with.
Right. So I'm so glad that we talking about now. We get to talk about a little bit now with Master P, man. Like, come over here, man, and seeing you doing your thing with Master P. And even though I got this, I had to put this on here. I don't know
Okay.
if you can see it or not, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
got the hookup
I
too.
heard of it, had to buy it because big cookie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how is it like just getting gems and sitting there and just just talking with people? Because me, I've always been the type of person like I remember my white homeboy was the reason why I started listening to No Limit, Mr. Ice Cream Man,
Mm-hmm.
But you
and
got another white. You got another
came.
white friend.
Yeah, my homeboy Josh, he's the one that got me on it because he was
Oh,
like, "Man, you ain't heard this shit," and I was young, right? And I was young as hell, and then my brother played it again. I was like, "Oh, I know this song." and coming out, you know what I'm saying, knowing somebody that fucks with Master P, and like how much gems a lot of people, because I think people forget how important this guy is. Cause I'll be talking to people on Clubhouse and they be so damn stupid. They was talking about, oh well, Jay-Z is the reason why we get business. Oh, no, it ain't. It's Master P. Like Master P put a lot of things. And RP Tobin too, like Tobin Costen, man. And you know, how was it working with Tobin and Master P? And like just any gym with Master P, bro.
Yeah, you know, yeah, man, rest in peace to the homie Tobin Costen. Tobin was instrumental in my arrival at No Limit in 1995. He was vice president of No Limit. So, you know, the crazy thing is I would talk to Tobin a lot when I first came to No Limit. And I remember the whole split with him and P. I remember all of that, right? And then, you know, Tobin helped me with some of my CCG projects in the 90s as well.
Right.
Yeah, so and he put me on Players and Hustlers, me and Cisco. Tobin, you know, articulate, very educated. You know, Tobin was a army kid. You know, he actually was from Germany. A lot of people don't know that. But he spoke German as well. You know, great business dude. You know, always. He just recently put me up on some on a overseas play with my back catalog and didn't ask me for a dime. You know. So yeah, Tobin was always a good solid dude, you know, with me. So rest in peace to Tobin. As far as P, you know, me and P, man, P is, man, when I tell you that's like my brother, that's literally like my brother, bro. Me and P have fought. Me and P fight. Me and P argue. Me and P are just like siblings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you're not gonna talk about me to him and vice versa. You know, and I never take it for granted. But in that, I never take the relationship that I have with Master P for granted. I understand, and I always recognize he's one of the biggest music moguls of our generation. So I understand his value very much so to the culture and his contribution to the culture. And again, the biggest thing that I learned from P, to be very honest with you, is consistency and discipline and really believing in what you're doing. You know, the funny thing about it, as going back to Kansas City, when I would go live and I would just share knowledge and wisdom and game, a lot of people don't understand some of that stuff was coming off of conversations that me and P had. You got to understand, this is someone who I talk to damn near every day, you know. So you know, we're throwing around ideas and we're bouncing stuff, you know, off of each other. But at the end of the day, yeah, consistency and discipline, and you have to believe in what it is you're doing, and nothing comes easy, man. Like, one thing I learned about people, especially some artists, people think they want success, they think they want that shit until the real work starts, and they have to be pulled out of their comfort zones. The work is not just doing the work. The work is actually being able to make the necessary changes as well. Which is difficult, very difficult for people. So that's really what I learned from Pete, bro. Because I try to share that same message with people, because a lot of times people want you to tell them specifics, right? I may not know. The one thing about successful people, right? It's a mentality and it's a perspective.
Right.
You know, I may not be able to tell you that just every little, okay, go do this, then go do that, then make a right, then make a left, do this and do that. But I can tell you how you need to be thinking and the attitude that you need. That's the secret. That is the secret, because whatever you need to know and whatever the tricks are in your lane, you're going to find them. You're going to find them and you're going to apply them, because you're in a position to because knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge. So that's what I learned from P, bro. And another thing is utter confidence. Like, the nigga P, regardless, like with P, he don't know everything, right? But he sees the end goal. So as long as you can see the end goal and you're willing to put in the work, then that's going to translate to a belief. And that belief is going to translate into discipline and consistency, you know, and at some point you will succeed. So that's really the biggest lesson, just in a nutshell.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because even when talking to you and Tobin, and all like even Mercedes and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing about job, right? And I can tell like that coming out from P and Murder and wherever what I'm saying everybody talk to. Like I see why like y'all have what y'all have and y'all motivate a lot of people. Like every time I see you go live, it motivates me. Like I'm like, oh shit. See, he's over there with Crip Man. I'm about to go ahead and try to give me some
Yeah,
Crip money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of other like, yo, I want to, say every time I listen to a Master P song or
yeah,
Silk the Shocker song or any
yeah.
type of song, like you know what I'm saying, or any type of things, or see any type of interviews, it made me motivate. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Mm-hmm.
y'all was always about. Like you always help
Mm-hmm.
people and motivate a lot of people. Like a lot of people
And-
don't even understand. Like we take that to heart. I mean, even
yeah,
Nipsey,
yeah.
Nipsey even tell you like
Mm-hmm.
shit, no limit. Like Master P, he would say
Right,
that.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like
Right. And you know what? And to some people, especially if they don't know me, I know I can come off sometime a little much, but what it is the thing about the relationship with me and P and just our whole circle is that we push each other. We
yeah,
push each other. You know what I'm saying?
dude,
So you want someone that's we almost like we're supportive. It's in love. We
right.
push you with love, but
It's
at the
all in
same
love,
time,
right?
we almost like drill sergeants. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Facts,
what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got to get that done. You know what I
right,
mean? You bullshit. You don't want nothing in life.
right.
You need to get it done. Fuck what's
Done.
going on in your life.
Going
Like,
on,
so
yeah,
we push each other. And sometimes people can't take that. They get tripped up on the delivery opposed to receiving the message. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Because I speak very concise and very direct. So
right,
sometimes it could be off-putting to people because I've had people where 90% of people say they motivated when I say stuff.
right.
Sometimes people take it as being condescending or something like that, and they don't understand. It's like, no, I'm actually pushing you. But what people don't understand is a lot of times when I'm sharing that motivation, I'm talking to myself too.
Me
I
too.
have
That's how
to
I do
keep
too.
myself motivated. Like I'm human
Right,
too. So I
right,
have to, navigate self-doubt, procrastination. I'm human. I'm not a fucking superhero. So, so
right,
if I'm being like, yeah, bro, y'all gotta quit bullshit. Like y'all gotta make the necessary changes. Y'all gotta do this. I'm talking to me too. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Because so that's I always just try to that's my whole mission. Because this is one thing, bro.
Yeah,
As you get older, man, I've been blessed enough to kind of indulge in all the accoutrements that come with success, money, cars. I've lived in some of the most beautiful homes. I've traveled. I all of that shit is cool, right? But at
right,
the end of the day, bro, people don't remember what kind of car you had, the money. People remember how you made them feel. So
right,
that's really leaving a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
when I'm gone, fuck all the material. That shit don't matter, but what type of mark did I leave on the world? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just
right,
one person that I inspired or I motivated, which that's where my fulfillment comes in. It ain't
right.
about no fucking money. You know what I'm saying? It
No,
ain't about
it's never was.